Okay, welcome to our latest TV trivia video. This is Tim in Tokyo.
This is Paul in Hampshire, in New Hampshire.
This time I have three questions, and you have how many?
I have one, but it also unfolds into a bonus question.
I see. Okay. All right, so I have three this time that are no softballs. I'm not sure if you're going to get any of these, but they're interesting anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so number one, we're going way back to the mid 20th century.
Okay.
Which 1934 hit song became comedian Jack Benny's theme on both radio and TV? A. Easy Come, Easy Go. B. Everything I Have Is Yours. C. Love in Bloom. D. It's Only a Paper Moon. And I had to go looking for names of 1934 hits because I didn't know any other than the right answer.
Name them one more time, please.
Okay. A. Easy Come, Easy Go. B. Everything I Have Is Yours. C. Love in Bloom. D. It's Only a Paper Moon.
Ooh, boy. I'm going to go with B, and that's just because it seems that I might want to choose the most Jack Benny-like one, Easy Come, Easy Go, except that would seem a little bit too arch for the theme of a radio show, so I'm going to go with B.
Okay, it's actually C, Love in Bloom.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, so it was even less arch.
So Love in Bloom was a hit for Bing Crosby in 1934. It was introduced in the film She Loves Me Not, starring Crosby and Kitty Carlisle.
Okay.
And Carlisle had hoped to make it her theme song, but then Jack Benny became known for playing the song off-key on his violin, and it became the theme for his program, so Carlisle was out of luck.
Got it. Very cool.
Second question is about Kitty Carlisle.
Oh, about whom I know even less than Jack Benny.
Kitty Carlisle went on to be best known for a long run of appearances on which TV game show? A. What's My Line? B. To Tell the Truth. C. Hollywood Squares. D. Match Game.
I'm going to say What's My Line because that's the one that's been around the longest of those four, I believe.
Okay. She did appear on What's My Line sometimes and on Match Game, but the answer is B, To Tell the Truth.
Okay.
She was a regular on there from 1956 to 1978, and in subsequent revivals in 1980, 1990 to 91, and one episode in 2000.
God.
Okay.
Tell me the truth or I'll beat you to death with my walker.
Okay, now this question is one that's kind of been coming together slowly over several months. You'll see why when you hear it.
Yes, I already know I'm going to get it incorrect with that kind of build-up.
So, actors often have a considerably bigger or smaller age difference with their co-stars than do the characters that they play, who might be married couples or a parent and their grown offspring. Which of the following pairs of actors' actual comparative ages lined up with those of their characters? In other words, choose the one pair with which it would not have been weird if their characters' relative ages were the same as those of the actors themselves.
Got it.
Okay? A. Sherman Hemsley and Isabel Sanford, George and Louise Jefferson. B. Carol O'Connor and Gene Stapleton, Archie and Edith Bunker. C. Larry Hagman and Barbara Bel Geddes, J.R. Ewing and his mother, Miss Ellie. D. Buddy Ebsen and Irene Ryan, Jed Clampett and his mother-in-law, Granny.
Okay, Actually, this might not be so hard for me because I've been doing some research on it myself, completely independent of knowing your question. I did not know what your question would be. I'm going to say Carroll O'Connor and Gene Stapleton.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
O'Connor was born in 1924. Stapleton was born in 1923.
Right, right. No, there was at least a 20-year gap in the ages of Isabel Sanford and Sherman Helmsley, right?
Yeah, 21 years. He was born in 1938. She was born in 1917.
Yeah, so she was already practically in her 60s by the time she started playing
she would have
Louise Jefferson.
turned 60 during the run of the show in
Yeah,
1977.
she did not look that old to
No.
me, even this time around, watching season 5 of All in Family, and which launched the pilot for
The Jeffersons.
the Jeffersons. Yes, sorry, my senility is getting the best of me.
Larry Hagman was born in 1931. Barbara Bel Geddes was born in 1922. Only a 9-year age difference.
Yes, yes. She had Jr. Miss Ellie had Jr. when she was 9. And the last one,
Buddy Ebsen was born in 1908. Irene Ryan was born in 1902. So just 6 years, but makeup can do wonders, even in the early 60s.
right? Well, she wasn't supposed to be Jed Clampett's mother.
No, his
correct?
mother-in-law.
That's right.
But still, it would have been unusual, or it would still be unusual to have a mother-in-law who's 8 years older than you are. It's
True enough.
possible, I guess. Like if your spouse's father remarries a much younger woman,
Right.
it could
right.
be, it could happen. But
By the way, do you know who played Granny in old makeup in the movie version from the 1990s?
no.
Cloris Leachman,
Oh wow. Okay.
who wore a lot of old makeup long before she actually became elderly herself.
Okay. So what are your questions?
Well, my questions are all 70s all the time, or my question is all 70s all the time. And I think it's not going to be too difficult for you, at least the first one won't. So here we go. Which one of the following rising female stars had a featured role in a 70s Hollywood blockbuster and wound up with the lead role in a late 1970s sitcom for her trouble? A. Talia Shire. B. Donna Pescow. C. Diane Keaton. D. Jessica Lange.
The first two names I don't even know. But say them
I know
again.
you've seen A. Talia Shire. B. Donna Pescow. C. Diane Keaton. D. Jessica Lange.
Shire and Pesco. Yeah, I sort of feel like I should recognize those names, but
Well, Talia Shire I can give away at least. She was in Rocky. She plays Rocky's girlfriend.
okay. Adrian.
Yes, and she was also in the Godfather movie. She plays Don Corleone's daughter, Michael Corleone's sister.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that's wrong. Pesco didn't play Angie in the sitcom of that name, did she?
I'm going to give it to you. Yes, she did. You're right. She plays one of John Travolta's two love interests in Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, yeah, I think I had heard that. I've never seen the movie, but I think I may have heard that somewhere.
You've never seen the movie? I thought you went to see it when it was rated PG, when they came out with the PG cut back in Centerville.
No,
Really?
I don't think so.
That's interesting. I thought
have no
you were interested
recollection
in
of
seeing
it.
Well, it was initially rated R, and then a PG cut came out.
Okay.
Maybe several months later. I had a
I don't
strange
think
false
I
memory.
saw it. I've never seen anything about it in my diary, like went to see Saturday Night Fever. Boy. Of course,
Maybe-
I've
maybe-
been known to forget things that I would never think that I would forget.
Maybe you expressed interest, and I was young enough to just get that mangled in my memory with your actually having gone.
Yeah, I can imagine I might have expressed interest because the music was all over the radio at the time. It was
Yeah. In a way, the movie seemed almost superfluous.
yeah.
Okay, so here's the bonus question. Angie, the sitcom, also beep beep toot toot, beep beep toot toot. Do you remember that? That's from an episode of Angie when Angie's mom comes home from a disco and is singing "Bad Girls" with the toot toot beep beep backwards, and you and I were just like frosted by that. They don't even know the song, and now we realize that it probably was connected to copyright.
Yeah, likely.
They couldn't sing it in the proper order without being sued by Donna Summer's lawyers. Anyway, Angie also starred Robert Hayes, no stranger to movies himself. In what hit Hollywood comedy did Hayes star at the tail end of the 1970s?
Airplane.
Yes. By tail end, tail being a plane joke as well as...
Yeah, it was plain to see.
That's right. It's also 1980, so depending on how one calculates the 70s, whether 1980 is the last year of the 70s, it would be the tail end. But it could be considered the first year of the 80s because it is an 80 number.
Okay.
Anyway, that's up to the philosophers and almanacists to decide.
But yeah, about the singing of Bad Girls, it reminds me of our friend Kyle ordering some monogrammed pencils he wrote Hogan's Heroes on the form, and it came back as Hoagland Heroes, and we thought that's stupid. Why didn't they put Hogan's Heroes on? Oh, copyright? Oh, I see. We said
Yes,
many years later.
Right, they were probably going to be slapped with a lawsuit if they sold pencils with the name of a copyrighted show on them, which could then be sold as official Hogan's Heroes merchandise.
I wonder if there was any actual Hogan's Heroes merchandise in the late 60s.
Well, there was a comic book. I think Dell published a Hogan's Heroes comic. It may have been, Four Color, which is Four Color being that series that just did a lot of adaptations of various things, television shows and cartoons and all that. But I believe one issue, at least, was drawn by Steve Ditko, the creator of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, of all people. Well, after he left Marvel, he kind of, he played the field. He did a lot of stuff for Charlton, which had a terrible page rate, but allowed, broad creative freedom. And he did stuff for, Dell and other publishers as well, up to and including DC.
Okay. So the past couple videos that have gone up, no one hit like and no one commented, so I'm wondering, is anyone watching this? So... if you watch this video, please hit like in Patreon or leave us a comment. And we'd like to hear from you about what you'd like us to talk about in the future videos, too. And we're still open to answering any questions you might have also. We did exactly one video of Ask Us Anything, and then nobody asked us anything more. So we didn't do it anymore, but we're open to resuming that series too.
Sure.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time, assuming that you're seeing us.
Dismissed.